also wondering about to tackle the accounting in the corporation, which is topic 2 under our financial controllership. So, so let's proceed on my discussion. At first, I'll discuss what is a controller. A controller is an individual who has responsibility for all accounting-related activities, including high-level accounting, managerial accounting, and finance activities within a company. So, ang financial controller or ang controller, sila yung mga individual na nakabase ang responsibility nila sa accounting activities ng isang company. So, sila yung matatawag na financial controller or sila yung nag-hold ng lahat ng transaction ng company. This required a large clerical staff managed by a small cadre of people trained in the underlying techniques for processing those transactions. In this environment, the stereotypical image of an introverted controller pounding away at the calculator was largely accurate. So the controller must have the talent or the ability to hold on all the people and lahat ng masasakupan ng well-trained people. So kailangan marunong siyang gumawa ng techniques kung paano mapapadali yung mga accounting transaction. So a financial controller, sometimes called a comptroller, he is or she is the lead accounting executive in a company. So, siya yung nag-lead ng accounting finances ng isang company. A controller's duties can vary depending upon the size of the company. So, pag sinabing controller's duty, ito yung mga uh, duties ng isang controller. So, nagba-vary daw yung duty niya depending sa size ng company, kung gano'n ba siya kalaki, kung ilan yung mga ima-manage ng people, kung ilan yung sakop niya. Then, the complexity of accounting and financial operation and the number of people employed in the accounting department. The controller provides financial leadership and is instrumental in forming accounting strategies. So, si controller daw, siya din yung magpo-provide ng financial leadership. What do you mean by that? Kapag isa kang controller, kailangan meron kang sense of leadership or kaya mong pamunuan yung mga taong nasasakupan mo. Then, kailangan marunong ka din mag-form ng mga strategies to make your jurisdiction or yung nasasakupan mong way ng company para magkaroon ka ng magandang outcome. So, a controller role, especially in a smaller companies, can include broad visionary responsibilities as well as hands-on management. So, sabi ang controller role daw, kailangan, kahit sa small company lang, kailangan broad yung visionary na futuristic siya, yung pagdating sa dulo, dapat maganda yung outcome. Yun yung nasa isip niya. Accounting functions are termed as those set of financial systems that help in the bookkeeping of financial information. So, dito tayo sa accounting function. So, accounting function daw is termed as set of financial system. Ito yung mga ginagawa ng mga controller kung saan nagkakaroon sila ng system na ginagamit to improve their performance. Makakatulong sa kanila sa paggawa ng bookkeeping, financial information, financial analysis nila. Then, reporting of transaction will act as the backbone for almost any business. So, yun yung accounting function. Yung accounting function sa corporation, sila yung mga system na ginagamit ng mga controller para mas mapabilis o maging productive yung kanilang transaction. All the transaction, financial transaction. The accounting as a system tries to identify, assess, and record the transaction of financial nature in a very systematic approach. So, kapag ikaw yung controller, dapat systematic ka. Step by step. Meron kang step by step na sinusundan to go or to lead you to a very systematic approach. Next is the task of the accounting function. Ano yung task ng accounting function? So the accounting function has had sole responsibility for processing the bulk of company's transaction for many years. So sila yung, pag tinabing accounting function, sila lang yung may responsibility in all that company's transaction for many years. Sila yung nakaatas sa kanila yung every kind of financial transaction. For example, is the customer billings and supplier invoice. So, sila yung nagkikip ng data, nag-i-input ng data, at sila din yung nagpa-process para malaman nila yung kalagayan ng company. This involves all transaction related to the movement of cash, inventory, and fixed asset. So, kapag yung accounting function, lahat naka-involve. For example, the movement of cash, it's involved in accounting function. So, inventory, kung ano yung mga paninda nila or ano yung present or hawak on hand nilang mga products and services. And the fixed assets, alam naman natin na sila yung mga assets or yung mga na-acquire ng isang company which not mahirap siyang i-liquidate. So, sila yung fixed assets. Sa kanila nakaatas din. The accounting staff has been responsible for tracking debt. This can involve a continuous tracking of debt levels by debt instrument. So, sa kanila din nakaatas, syempre ang isang company, hindi yan mag-expand kapag hindi nila naisip umutang. So, si accounting function, sa kanya din nakabase yung tracking ng debt ng isang company. So, kailangan alam niya din or may debt instrument sila yung magme-measure kung ilan ba yung nababawas sa debt or ilan pa yung utang nila. In a larger company, computer services function is managed within its own department. So, ngayon, ang mga panahon ngayon, nauuso na syempre, nag-i-innovate na yung mundo. So, meron na tayong mga computer services function. Yun yung mga ginagamit madalas ng mga accountant natin na ginagamit nila para mapabilis yung kanilang transaction. Example, from the bank. Diba, makikita mo yung mga bank teller, gumagamit sila ng computer services or computers to help them make the transaction faster and easier. So, isang click mo lang, nandun na yung data pag pinagsama-sama. So, it is common for the computer services group to fall under the management umbrella of the controller. So, yung computer services din, nandun din siya, under din siya ng controller. Kasi, syempre si controller, diba, under niya lahat ng financial transaction. So, si computer services function, nasa ilalim din siya ni controller kasi dun ini-input lahat ng data ng mga transaction ng kanilang company. Internal audit has expanded in importance over the last few decades. It is common for a small internal auditing staff to report instead to the controller. It's becoming more common for computer services to be integrated into the role of accounting staff. Sa internal audit daw, na-expand na yung importance niya kasi patagal ng panahon ang ginagawa nilang ng mga accounting staff is to audit. Mayroon na silang auditing staff. Sila yung magre-report sa controller kung ano na yung nangyayari sa company. So, sila yung nag-audit kung magkano pa ba yung cash on hand, kung tama ba yung transaction na nangyari, kung na-avail ba ng section ng company kung abot ba nila yung kanilang goal. So, sila yung magre-report sa controller. Tapos si controller magre-report sa CFO or CEO ng company. Next is, the accounting staff has new responsibility due to increased level of competition. Si accounting staff or mga accountants, syempre after a few decades, syempre yung competition sa level ng businesses is tumataas. So, si accounting staff, padagdag yung responsibilities niya. So, accounting staff may even be asked to serve on a new product design teams. So, dati si accounting staff, nakatutok lang siya sa isang transaction. Inflow at outflow lang ng cash. Ngayon, nadagdagan ka. Siyempre, kailangan nila mag-produce ng panibagong design ng item para to make their company innovative para makasabay sa competition ng worldwide barriers, ng worldwide trend, worldwide. So with worldwide barriers to competition crumbling, every company feels the pinch of lower competitive price. So sa accounting staff, trabaho niya rin yung magsiset ng price, kung ano yung pagsisolve kung ano yung margin analysis ng existing project nila. The new task include margin analysis on existing of projected product lines and geographic sales region. So, sa existing project or yung items or products nila na existing, si accounting staff dati inflow at outflow lang ang kanyang minamanage. So ngayon nadagdagan, kailangan yung computing yung margin analysis or yung satisfaction ng mga consumer. Tapos kailangan niyang malaman or kailangan niyang kung ano yung satisfaction rate ng mga consumers sa projected product lines nila in every geographic sales region. So, all over the geographic region, kailangan may isa-isa niya yun. Next is the accounting staff must review and report on non-product costs, which can range from advertising to utilities. So, sa accounting staff, ang dami niya ng trabaho. Kailangan niya nang i-review and report. Magre-report siya ng non-product cost kung saan syempre, yung company magkakaroon ng expenses sa advertising, sa utilities, sa expenses nila, monthly or yearly. So, kailangan siya yung mag-review kung tama ba yun. Siya din yung magre-report. This level of cost review and reporting calls for a different kind of accounting staff. So, kailangan magdagdag pa ng tao na accounting staff para magkaroon sila ng naka-assign dun sa pagre-review ng non-product cost kasi para hindi maglabo-labo or mag-rumble-rumble. It now requires highly trained cost accountants and financial analysts. So, kailangan na ng company mag-hire ng highly trained cost accountants. So, yun, para magkaroon sila ng accurate review and report, kailangan nilang mag-hire ng well-trained accountants. Next, so, technology has a big impact on business operation. The main role of technology in business is to drive growth and improve operation. So, technology. Sa technology kasi, ngayon, nowadays, yung technology, tumutulong sa faster productivity ng isang company. For example, sa isang company, so dati, they use manpower to produce goods. Pero ngayon, as technology improve, they use machineries to produce goods na. So, less manpower, more machineries. Different industries and companies rely on technology because it improves business communication, inventory management, and financial record keeping. So, sa technology naman, yung tinutukoy dito is yung mga database technologies na ginagamit ng mga company. For example, POS. POS is some kind of system na ginagamit on how to count or how to count the inventory, or sa POS kasi nakalagay yung quantity, name ng product, at kung magkano siya sinusold na for capital, ay puhunan, nakalagay doon kung magkano puhunan niya, tapos kung magkano yung total sales niya. So, yun yung sinasabi ditong technology. So, some other example is the QuickBooks. QuickBooks, ginagamit siya ng some distribution companies para ma-count or magkaroon sila ng resibo para ma-count yung kanilang inventory. Employees must now know how to implement and operate accounting software. So, employees in a accounting function should know how to operate accounting software. What do you mean by accounting software? It is some database used. Kasi dati, nakapagtrabaho ko sa HAPSI, sa accounting department, meron silang POS or may system silang ginagamit kung saan doon ini-input yung price para madaling ma-review ng mga accounting staff. So, the education level of even the lowest people in the accounting hierarchy must be improved. Dati, yung mga accounting staff, basta marunong gumamit ng calculator. Ngayon, kailangan ma-improve yung knowledge nila and yung education level nila para makasabay sila sa technology or sa hamon ng modern world. So, technology has drastically altered the skill levels required of accounting staff. So, ngayon yung technology, syempre yung makakasabay na lang sa kanila is yung mga fresh knowledge, yung mga accounting staff na luma, syempre mahihirapan na makasabay kasi once sa isang company, once nag-introduce ng panibagong software or panibagong database ng isang company, so kailangan makisabay sila dun sa mga bagong employee na may alam na about technology. So yung mga luma, syempre mahihirapang mag-adjust kasi kung ano yung kanilang nakasanayan, babaguhin nila, so mahihirapan silang mag-adjust. So, na-altered na yung skill levels ng mga dating accounting staff. So, this is some kind of technology. So, the picture shows about a laptop and some bars, numbers, and graphs used by some accountants to manipulate or to predict the company's situation. So technology in business is a growing necessity. In the face of more intensive competition, many companies are merging or acquiring subsidiaries. So, ngayon, syempre, yung mga companies na malalaki, nakikipag-merge sila or nag-acquire sila ng maliliit na company to expand. So that is called the subsidiaries. Accounting staff must coordinate a multitude of additional tasks in other locations. Closing the books at the end of each reporting period becomes much more complex. So, mapapansin natin sa isang company or corporation, once na December, nagkukumahog na silang mag-close ng reporting period or yung kanilang periodic time or yung periodic range nila, kailangan na nilang i-close lahat ng deals. Kailangan walang backlog, ganun. Kailangan ganun sila. Thus, it still requires the management expertise to bring together the disparate accounting system. So, ang mga accounting staff, management expertise to bring together the disparate accounting system. So, kailangan, syempre magiging complex yun. So, kailangan maisama-sama nila yung accounting system. Kailangan magtali-tali. So, nagiging complex yung pag-close ng book at the end of the periodic period. Next is, this is not an easy task. The environment of mergers and acquisition greatly increase the skill needed by the accounting staff. Siyempre, mapapansin natin yun. Ang hirap na ng trabaho ng mga accounting staff or mga financial staff. Kasi kailangan na syempre kapag nagkaroon na ng merger or merging sa isang company, for example, si PMFTC, Philip Morris, tsaka si Fortune Tobacco Corporation, nag-merge. So, yung accounting staff ng magkaibang corporation, so, anong mangyayari sa kanila? Hindi naman pwedeng dalawa yung accounting staff, dalawa yung naka-assign sa isang company na lang. So, kailangan kung sino yung may great skill or sino yung may mataas na knowledge about doon, siya yung matitira. So, sinasabi dito, kapag nagkaroon ng merger and acquisition, greatly increases yung kailangang accounting staff, kailangan yung skill niya mataas. So, the tasks of the accounting function are itemized below. The tasks that belong elsewhere but are commonly given to the accounting staff in a small company are noted under a separate. So, this is the traditional accounting task. So, sa traditional accounting staff, ang na-manage niya lang is accounting payable, transaction processing. So, accounts payable, yung mga bayarin nila, transaction processing. So, ito lang yung sa traditional accounting task, yung mga lumang accounting. So, yan lang. Accounts receivable, konti lang. Then, the asset transaction processing at saka debt transaction processing. So, tong apat na to, sila yung trabaho lang ng mga traditional accountant or accounting task. Ito lang yung kanilang ginagawa doon sa luma. So, in new accounting task, meron ng bartering transaction. What is bartering transaction? So, yung bartering transaction, parang katulad lang din about sa barter system, yung magpapalitan. Magpapalitan sila ng goods and services. Coordination and consolidation of accounting at subsidiaries. So, meron ng coordination and consolidation. Siyempre, pag nagkaroon ka ng subsidiaries or yung nagkaroon kayo ng merge, so the subsidiaries, yung nakuha mong subsidiaries, kailangan mo i-consolidate yung mga files at mga data nila para magkaroon kayo ng coordination in your corporation. So, currency translations. So, syempre, kapag nagkaroon ka ng subsidiaries, kailangan maipasok mo siya sa currency nyo, sa mga ginagamit ng system. So, margin analysis. Yung sinasabi ko kanina, kailangan masukat yung margin ng accounting staff, yung margin analysis. So, parami yung kailangan gawin ng mga accounting staff. So, non-product cost analysis. Ito yung mga expenses nila. Kung dati, debt transaction process lang, tsaka asset transaction process, accounts payable, accounts receivable lang ang ginagawa ng mga accounting. Ngayon, meron na silang non-product cost analysis. Yun yung mga utilities utilities nila, advertising, non-product cost, yung hindi kasama sa binibili kapag bumili ka ng product. Kasi, parang investment mo siya, or it serve as your capital. Kasi once na nagkaroon ka ng advertisement, so syempre, lalabas ka ng pera, mag-i-expense ka. So, selection, implementation, and operation of accounting software and related system. So, kailangan din magkaroon sila ng selection, implementation, and operation of accounting software. So, kailangan nila ma-consolidate. Kailangan magkaroon sila ng panibagong system para magkaroon sabay sila sa modern world. Next is the target costing. So, magiging trabaho din ng accounting staff yung target costing. Syempre, para ma-innovate nila yung kanilang para ma-innovate nila yung kanilang item, products, and goods, kailangan meron silang target cost. So, kapag nag-design sila ng panibagong item, so dapat meron silang target cost kung magkano yun para magkaroon sila ng goal kung paano yun gawin. So, new task assigned to the accounting function of a smaller companies. Then yung computer services system installation and maintenance. So, sa smaller companies, madadagdagan lang sila ng computer services system. So, kailangan madagdagan lang sila ng system para mapabilis lang yung production. Next is the hedging and letter of credit transaction. So, kailangan lang magkaroon lang sila ng data about their credit transaction. Tapos magkaroon din sila ng internal auditing. Next is, given today's highly volatile and ever-changing business environment, the only safe statement to make about the new activities presented in this section is that they will only become more complex, requiring even greater skill by the accounting staff to be accomplished in a manner that is both efficient and effective. So, sabi, given today's highly volatile and ever-changing ngayon, kasi ang isang company or isang corporation, pabago ng pabago kasi syempre yung economy natin pataas, pababa. So, kailangan nakikisabay sila. So, kailangan nila na the more na magkaroon ng pagbabago sa business environment, the more na kailangan nagre-require ito ng high skill or greater skill ng mga accounting staff para ma-accomplish nila at maging efficient sila dun sa trabaho. So, let's go to the role of the accounting function. It is important to also note how the role of the accounting staff has changed in relation to the rest of the company. So, importante din siya. Siyempre, yung mga pagbabago na yun, yung pagbabagong ginagawa ay nangyayari sa mga accounting staff. Siyempre, padagdag yung trabaho nila. Makaka-apekto siya sa company. So, the company should hire another accounting staff or magkaroon sila ng panibagong accounting staff na highly trained. So, kailangan merong well-skilled or merong greater skill. So, magkakaroon na naman sila ng expense dahil syempre mag-hire sila ng panibagong accounting staff. So, accounting staff now involved in most major decisions. Si accounting staff daw, involved na siya sa major decision. Syempre, siya yung may alam about sa target cost, margin analysis. Pag sinabi niyang hindi magiging click, syempre, ang kalalabasan din sa kanyang pag-review or sa report niya, hindi magiging click yung isang ini-innovate nila na product or pinoproduce nilang product. Kapag hindi yun approved kay accounting staff, syempre, hindi nila yun itutuloy kasi nga may say na si accounting staff. So, cost accountant is expected to serve on product design teams. Kasi cost accountant, siya yung nagkakwenta or siya yung nagka-calculate kung magkano yung magiging cost ng panibagong product. So, controller is frequently asked to give opinions on cash issues for acquisitions or purchases. Kasi controller daw ngayon, ang tinatanong na lang sa kanya is opinion on cash issues or kung yung cash ba is si controller kasi is matalino. So, kailangan alam nila na si controller is yung opinion niya best for the company. So, cash issues, for acquisition or purchases, kailangan kinoconsult nila si controller para magbigay ng opinion. So, accounts receivable clerk may work closely with sales staff to collect overdue invoice from customers. So, si account receivable clerk, siya nangongolekta ng mga pautang. So, kailangan yung trabaho niya, malapit siya kay sales staff. Kasi sa sales staff, siya yung nagbebenta. So, siya yung nagre-release ng mga product kasama yung pautang. So, si accounts receivable clerk, siya yung naniningil. So, kailangan magkasama itong dalawa na. So, for these reasons and others, the accounting function now performs a variety of tasks. Kung dati si accounting staff, isang tao lang, ngayon, marami ng accounting staff para mayroong variety of tasks, para hindi maging mahirap sa isang accounting staff lang. Tsaka mas magiging productive sila. A particular important area in which the role of the accountant has changed is related to processes. When another area of the company changes its operation, which is increasingly common, the accounting staff must devise alteration to the existing system for processing transactions that will accommodate those changes. So, may trabaho na naman si accounting staff. Kapag nagkaroon ng expansion sa another area, si company, syempre magbabago yung operation nila. So, kailangan si accounting staff, merong alteration or may panibago siyang suggestion para dun sa existing system nila mag-click dun sa changes na mangyayari. For example, if the manufacturing function switch to just-in-time production or computer-integrated manufacturing, this has a profound impact on the way in which the accounting staff pays its bills. Masabi, for example, sa manufacturing function daw, just-in-time production or computer. Kumbaga, nagkaroon sila ng improvement. For example, dati manufacturing function na siya. Ngayon, just-in-time production siya or kailangan mabilis na yung production niya. So, sa accounting staff, kailangan makapagbayad siya ng bills agad-agad kasi kailangan yung sa just-in-time production, kailangan ma-produce nila agad. So, yung expenses, kailangan mabayaran agad ni accounting staff. Tulad ng invoice, customers, monitors, cost, and credits. So, kailangan mas mabilis na siya. Also, if the materials management staff decides to use material requirements planning or integrated distribution management, this new system will issue information that is the great use to the accounting staff. It should connect its system to those of the material management staff to access that information. So, si management staff daw, at accounting staff, kailangan mayroong connection yung system nila para magkaroon ng great use yung pinaform nilang system. To alter its processes, the accounting staff must first be aware of these changes. Kailangan sa accounting staff daw is laging aware sa mga pagbabago. So, requiring the accounting staff to engage in more interaction with other parts of the company to find out what is going on. So, kailangan sa accounting staff laging laging nakikipag-interact or may interaction siya sa ah, bawat palapag, bawat section ng isang company. So, dapat alam niya kung ano yung nangyayari sa bawat section ng company. So, kung halimbawa, nawalan ng empleyado dito, dapat alam niya. May problema dito sa kabila, dapat alam niya din. Accountants are trained in implementing controls to ensure that assets are not lost. So, si accountants, kailangan train siya to implementing controls. So, kailangan siya yung nagko-control na kailangan yung assets nila hindi mabawasan o hindi mawawala. Kasi kaya nga may accountant para malaman nila agad yung decision para hindi sila malugi. So, accountants tend to shoot down changes proposed by other departments. So, accounting personnel must realize that other functions are not intended to disrupt controls. Some controls must be modified, replaced, or eliminated, but accounting staff must have an open mind. So, kung yung si accounting staff dapat open mind siya sa changes. Hindi siya kailangan nagva-vary yung decision niya or yung skills niya kailangan nagva-vary on changes. Kung yung ibang controls is nag-modify, nare-replace, or natatanggal, si accounting staff hindi matatanggal, kundi mag-i-improve lang. Kumbaga yung mind niya dapat nakaset for changes or kailangan mabilis siyang maka-adapt. Companies need to develop strong relationships with their key suppliers and customers. So, yung isang company, kailangan yung relationship nila sa suppliers at customers nila is strong or, syempre, sinong tatangkilik sa product mo kung hindi ganun yung build up relationship mo sa customer mo. Sinong magtitiwala sa yung supplier kung hindi strong yung relationship mo sa kanila. So, accounting staff must be willing to do their share of work to retain business, says PwC. Accounting department must realize that altering its way of doing businesses is sometimes necessary to support ongoing business relationships, says the CFO. So, kailangan daw yung accounting department, kailangan mabilis mag-alter or magkaroon sila ng mabilis na pagbabago para yung necessary na support ng ongoing business relationship is maging efficient. So, altering the focus of the accounting staff from an introvert group that process paper to one that works with other parts of a company and is willing to alter its system to accommodate the needs of other departments is required today's business environment. So, kung dati, si accounting staff, nasa loob lang ng office niya para i-process yung mga paperworks niya. Ngayon, kailangan niya lumabas sa department niya. Kasi yun yung hamon ng panibagong business environment yan sa modern world. Kaya kailangan sa accounting staff, alam niya yung nangyayari sa buong company. So, this is in great contrast to the accounting department of the past. So, napakalaking pagkakaiba sa accounting department noon sa ngayon. Kasi yung ngayon, syempre kailangan yung magkaroon ng interaction sa ibang department. Pero yung accounting in the past few years, nandun lang siya sa table niya. Siya lang yung gumagawa ng financial, ng receivable, payable, debt, tsaka sales. Yun lang yung ginagawa niya. Ngayon, marami na siyang gagawin. So, which had a minimal role in the other company's activities and which was its conservative arm. Yun yung past. Dati daw, si accounting staff is minimal lang yung ginagawa niya, minimal lang yung role niya sa company activities. Pero ngayon, yun nga, sinasabi ko kanina, madami na siyang gawin. So, hanggang dun lang ang report ko. And thank you.